Alright, so welcome everybody. What is up? Welcome to day 2 of ESI 2019, the end of semester Invitational 2019, organized by LG Esports and Loyola Video Game League, and in partnership with Esports Academia and Globe. So today we're going to be having two games. So first we're going to be having CADS versus Blue Rep, which we can see right now. They're in Champ Select. Then followed by that, we'll have the winner of this match versus Writer Skill. Uh, this is Simon Julie Garnase, and joining me today is Mr. Ken Alog. What's up, Ken?
All right, Julie, we're finally in this game, Cads versus Blue Rep. I would just like to point out that this is the most reacted photo. In Facebook, their photo is the most reacted out of all the organizations, and I expect people to be watching this right now. Let's go into picks and bans right now. Cads takes off the Pike and the Jin, and Senna, and I think those are three bot lane bans. Meanwhile, for Blue Rep, Kaisa and Hecarim are taken away.
Yeah, so if you can see, there's actually such a bot lane focus bans here for CADS with Senna, Pike, and Jin down in the bot lane. And I've actually seen Senna being played in AD carry and support.
What's interesting to note here is that CADs actually have four mid laners. Like their main roles are for mid lane. I wonder how they're gonna mix it up. I heard that Bebo might actually be playing jungle. Shiza right here for CADs is known to be an Aurelion Sol one trick. I wonder what champions they will play. And that's an Alistar locked in for CADs right now, and that's securing a really good hard engage down there in the bot lane. And we'll see what Blue Rep will answer to that.
All right, so they have 15 seconds here, so we'll see what blue. Okay, Blue Rep's going in with the Jinx pick earlier on, so this must be a comfort pick here, since Jinx is a pretty risky early pick because of her lack of mobility.
Going back to the rosters here, Kwang Kwang Bei for Blue Rep is actually the former collegiate 80 carry for the Ateneo team, Azure Eagles, and we're going to see him here. He might be playing the Jinx. We don't know if that's going to be his main role, and it's going to be very interesting because Blue Rep does have that collegiate experience. It might be a bit old because for it's been 2 years since he's played, but we'll see if that translates into anything in the game. We see Echo locked in here for Cads. That could go to jungle, top, or mid, but we'll have to see.
Okay, so Echo was actually an unfortunate case in patch 9.22 in Worlds, because he was actually predicted to be a very strong pick, but they lock in Kane here, so that pretty much secures Echo in the mid lane or top lane. So
That's probably the jungle Kane at this point for Cads. I don't see Kane being strong in any other lane, and I think that would be Bebo playing Kane for Cads.
in the second ban phase here, we can pretty much expect CADs to maybe just ban out junglers for blue rep.
Or do you think that Diana would actually go to the jungle for Blue Rep? Or do you think this is a mid lane pick, especially with the rise of Aftershock Diana countering assassins in the mid lane against Kiana or other stuff? We'll just have to see.
I actually haven't seen Diana jungle in quite a while, so that would be pretty refreshing to see here in day 2 of ESI.
We'll just have to see here what CADs will actually ban. And that's a LeBlanc ban against Blue Rep. I think this actually leans toward an a mid lane echo just because that LeBlanc actually has an advantage in that lane. But okay, we'll have to see because there's still 80 carries up for CADs right now, and I wonder if they have to ban anything so that the Jinx is more comfortable here. That's a Garen ban for Blue Rep. I think one of the CADs players actually a Garen player that's a pretty annoying top laner or mid laner if they actually choose to flex it.
I
But
think the LeBlanc pick here just shows that CADs actually already scouted their opponents, and this Diana's probably going to go to the jungle here for blue rep. And just like that, they still have Akali, which can also be flexed mid and top. So since they have the counter pick, we'll see where these lane assignments are gonna go after the draft.
And Blue Rep Cads here is just missing an AD carry and another solo laner. We'll see what Noah will pick here. And that's a Jarvan pickup. I wonder where
Wait,
this is going. It might be top lane since the Kane is going to the jungle. So it's Echo mid, Jarvan top lane. That's a pretty good team fighting composition. We just have
especially
to
with
wait for the AD carry
Alistar.
for Pila here. And that's a Tristana locked in for the company of Ateneo dancers.
That's so interesting to see all these champions that Cad's picked out. They're also engage heavy. Even Tristana can go in with his W.
And that's a
All right.
Lucian locked in. Is this going to be a top lane Lucian for Blue Rep? If that goes to Kang Kwang Bei, who is known as Admo Jules before, this would be an interesting top lane matchup with that Jarvan versus the Lucian there.
Well, Jarvan's been a pretty known pick for neutralizing Jake's lanes. So since Lucian works as kind of more of a lane bully, we'll see if the Jarvan can just keep the lane even and keep the Lucian under control in the top lane.
And we're going to just wait here for the game to start. I just wanted to tell everyone that there is actually a spectator delay, so we'll have to go through that. And while we're waiting for that, let's just talk about more about the team compositions right now in front of our hands. uh, it's really interesting for me to see that there's a Jinx Rakan bot lane for Blue Rep, and they didn't try to pair that with a Zaya. I think Rakan is still a strong engager, but he's not as strong compared to having a Zaya in the game.
That's definitely true, and even Saya was actually pretty up for Blue Rep to take, but it looks like they weren't just comfortable with picking Saya on Sergeant Philip here. Looking at both their team comps, I can definitely say that Cads is more of a traditional front to back composition that wants to go all in. Meanwhile, on the other hand, we have Blue Reps kind of squishy lineup where all of their champions are actually very uh, soft, but they do deal a lot of damage. So if they can peel back and kill whoever's in front of them, there's still a chance that Blue Rep can outmaneuver Cads in on the Rift.
Kaz just has way much more engaged compared to what Blue Rep has right now. Blue Rep has the option of a Diana going in and then pressing E and CCing most of the members of CADS, but with the Alistar and Jarvan and the parallel conversions coming from Shiza's Echo, we could see we see a much stronger team fighting comp for the company of Ateneo dancers here.
Yeah, it's definitely true. And in the early game, I don't think Diana really has a good uh, gank potential compared. Oh well. Oh wait, I actually got confused by the Jarvan for a second there. Uh,
It's a
s-
Kane. It's a
yeah,
Kane,
it's
Julie.
actually a Kayn. So both these junglers are actually pretty subpar in the early game.
I'm actually not sure who clears faster, if it's Kane or Diana, but we'll just have to see. I think Kane, and when he gets Shadow Assassin, if he does intend to go to that route, Kane looks like he can deal more damage. But Diana is known as an assassin counter. I wonder if that's the reasoning why they would be putting that into the jungle. But since Kane was picked right after Diana, I guess Kaz is just comfortable in playing that.
Yeah, Diana early. Well, we'll still yet.
And while we wait for this game to start, check out the Campus Esports Development Organization's event called Nexus. It's an esports expo celebrating collegiate esports at the FEU IT Gymnasium in Moraita. If anyone's interested in going, contact our page and we can provide a discount code for you.
Yeah, that's true. That's already next month. Time flies so fast. Uh, we hope to see you there, summoners. And
We'll
we're
for sure be
almost.
there.
Oh, okay. We're already in loading screen, so we're finally going to be able to see their runes. All right, it's loading. It's loading. Okay, there we go. So pretty standard runes all across the board. Jarvan going Grasp of the Undying here. And Rakan with the Guardian. And oh, the Akali actually went for the Conqueror in the top lane. Oh wait, mid lane to fight the Echo. So Echo has a good early game route with Electrocute here, as he's going to outdamage the Akali in the early game.
It's interesting to see that the Jarvan actually went for Grass Spear. I don't think he'll be able to proc it as much against that Lucian. He could have went for Electrocute or something that could help if the Kane were to help him out. But I think in this lane, it's very much even more Lucian favored.
That's definitely true because Lucian has the range advantage here against the Jarvan. So let's talk about the bot lane here. How there's some, they both bot lanes actually opted for combat summoners here, so we can expect to see a bit of action in the bot lane, especially with the Tristana, who's going to go in tandem with the Alistar. All right, so we've started to load, and
Set it up.
there we go. Alright, so we finally loaded onto the Rift. Alright, so we can see the players here actually getting pretty hyped up. Saying they're on YouTube.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I think you need to move this champs for their roles, and we could just see Cads here going for an invade on the red side jungle of Cads. I mean Blue Rep, sorry.
Cad's actually able to 5-man stack here in the top lane, but it looks like they were able to ping it out. So we'll see if they actually just end up trading red buffs here. Okay, Lucian's actually pathing, maybe about to drop a ward in the red side to track the Kayn, and there it is.
I think it's interesting that I think no offense actually procs corrupting potion. He has only 2 charges right now in the early game.
That might have been a misclick here, but that's so bad for Cads right now with a delayed jungle start for Bebo on his Kayn. And with that, the Jarvan's actually going to lose a bit of XP here in the top lane.
And Jarvan finally arrives to lane, and we're going to see if the Lucian will be able to harass him out of this lane, especially that he has that lane priority right now. I think we're just going to have a standard start for these junglers right now. I think Kayn actually went blue and Raptors, never mind, that's not that standard. Usually you'd see Kayn players going for Raptors and then red to Krugs and try to get pressure in whatever lane that those camps are leading towards. But we see here that he goes for the blue Raptor and red start.
Yeah,
Shiza
so
with that trade with against Frenzy Fenrir.
yeah, you can really see the value of Electrocute early against the Akali here, putting out so much damage, just level 2. And with Echo's W actually counts. Oh, this might be a solo kill.
Solo kill. Ignite and Frenzy Fenrir get out of the skin of his teeth, and that's 34 HP on that Akali. Things go down for Blue Rep.
But that's actually pretty okay for Frenzy Fenrir because he has TP anyway to catch the wave in the mid lane. So pretty neutralized, if I may say so myself.
I think Bebo is going for a lane gank here, but Cads is really pushed up right now. I wonder what they can do. The bot lane brush isn't warded if they choose to walk up. And while all that's happening, Blue Rep's Diana is just clearing the Raptor camp, and she will be significantly farther ahead.
Yeah, she's already 1 camp ahead and about to clear that Scuttle Crab in a bit.
And oh, Bebo actually stepped out of that range and they tried to engage the blue rep, but to no avail. I think that was kind of a misplay there from Bebo.
That was a bit too eager on the side of Cads here, trying to do a lane gank on a jungler without some sort of CC or early power. I would have rather liked to see this Kane go for the very farm heavy playstyle early on, since he can't really do much in the early game.
And blue rep pings the top side of the map for Cads, and I think Market Cheese would try to go for a gank. I guess it's Jarvan.
Oh, Kane trying to do something in the mid lane, but looks like he's just going to proc his auto attack and bop right out.
Curious to see if Bebo would actually go for a red Kane here or the blue Kane. Blue Kane obviously does more damage, while the red Kane's for that utility. But if he doesn't gank the Akali as much or doesn't meet the Diana, I think he'd have to default going with that
Oh.
blue Kane.
Oh, that was actually pretty close. Fuwonki, with the delayed rocket jump, actually gets stopped by Jinx's snare. So that's pretty unfortunate on the side of Kaz, because that would have pretty much been a solo, a 2v2 kill on the bot lane.
You can see Akali just placing a ward on the Raptors for Cad.
Yeah, as you can see, the top lane matchup really is showing up right now with a 17 farm lead on the side of Lucian.
See trades across the map. Flag and drag from Noah. Bebo tries for the Q. Kangkwang Bay has to burn the flash. He gets the first blood. He gets the calling onto Bebo. I think he can kill him. And the triumph procs for Bebo, but the first blood goes to Blue Rep.
One for one trade.
Lucian and stop. The fights don't stop. Fuwonki jumps in. Sergeant Philip has to flash there, and I think that's a Cad's favored trade.
Yeah, the top lane first blood for Lucian is definitely going to be helpful for Blue Rep, but we see Echo here trying to get a dive on the Akali. Oh, she got level 6.
For that Echo ulti. I wonder if I think it kill him. Okay.
A pretty basic solo kill here for Echo. Really showing how much better he is than this Akali with a 10 farm lead and a solo kill in his belt. And that's already considering with the Akali going Dark Seal early on, so that really hurts Fenrir's Gunblade power spike.
I wonder what Echo would go here for the first buy, if he would rush the Proto Belt or go for a Luden's Lost Chapter for that Luden's Echo.
He's still shoving the lane.
Oh, and Alistar engages in the bottom lane of Cads, and Funky gets caught by the Jinx snare once again. That's pretty unfortunate. I don't think he knows how it works, or he just mistimes when Sergeant Philip casts that Jinx E.
Yeah, I mean, 2 times in a row, it could have been 2 kills. It's pretty unfortunate for Cads, but it's not too bad for Blue Rep if they can just keep the farm lead pretty much the same here. It's still pretty even though the Jinx is flashless and healless in the bot lane.
That's a 12 CS deficit for Kaj's Jarvan, but if he's going to go to tank route anyway, he can still be useful in the team fights. Meanwhile, Jules here has a really big advantage over him. The first blood, and he has the Bilgewater Cutlass, and he can pretty much duel this Jarvan if he chooses to after poking him down.
Yeah, an 800 gold lead here for the Lucian looks pretty bad for the Jarvan, and let's see how much HP Jarvan's actually been able to get with his grasp. Oh wait,
he's only procced his grasp once. That's pretty sad to see. I really think this is a poor summoner keystone choice for the Jarvan.
Yeah, especially in a ranged matchup. Maybe he thought he was gonna be against the Akali with the Lucian mid, because Lucian mid has been a pretty popular pick back in a few patches ago.
And even in Worlds, Rookie brought that out against Doinby's Nautilus just for a
Oh,
counter matchup.
we have a gank here in the
Oh,
bot lane. Yeah, but Guardian and Rakan's E basically just negates that entire attempt by... Oh, you see a gank? Flash burn from Echo. Oh, he dodged it. Oh
oh!
my
And Shiza
god!
with the outplay, and Bebo still going for this fight in the bot lane. He gets inside Chip Lord. And I think he's... Oh! And he dies there. And that's a 1-for-1 trade in the bot lane.
Oh, oh, that's actually a good amount of damage on the Jinx here, but Diana thinks she's on the way. Let's see if they choose to dive this one.
And I think Pele actually lost mana there. But, oh! It's
Oh!
a Jinx E! Stuck, gets him stuck again. I wonder, let's see if the Diana will try to follow the Alistar, but I guess not.
I guess the Alistar just got enough distance from both players that they can't even chase him anymore. And that's actually a teleport down for the already behind Akali, so that even sets her further behind in the mid lane. Let's look at the gold advantage here. Yeah, Echo is actually 1200 gold ahead of the Akali 10 minutes into the game, which basically just equalizes the gold lead in the top lane.
And Jules still has that 1000 gold lead plus that plating compared to this Jarvan. I think he can complete the Layer the Rune King at this point. Bebo attempting to gank Jules right now.
Oh, Akali
Shiza
getting stunned.
with this trade. I think Shiza can just get the Akali here once again, and he gets out safely.
She has to use her ult though, so that's basically no more offensive and defensive capabilities for the Akali. We'll see if they'll attempt to go for a dive here since Kayn and Echo are pretty good divers.
Shiza goes for that parallel convergence proc. He doesn't get it, but he
Oh.
has the ultimate, and he goes back
Oh.
to Akali. I think he can
The
kill him.
misplay.
Killer Bebo. Shiza stays alive. Mark and Cheese not able to do anything there. And there's a teleport. Oh, the Jinx rocket going to Shiza. And we can see a teleport coming in from Jules. Let's see if he can do anything with his TP.
Oh, the Rakan getting bursted here pretty hard. Oh, Fuanki with the play.
The flag and drag to Sergeant Philip. Kangkwang Bay kills Funky. And this Lucian, and Pila misses that Q. I think he can still kill this Alistar. Mark and Cheese secures that kill. Kangkwang Bay trying to stay alive. And Bebo secures that kill. Mark and Cheese trying to kill that Jarvan. Bebo, and I think a chase here will ensue, but Bebo gets the safety with that Kane Q.
What an explosive fight here in the bot side of the map with both top laners actually TPing to help their teams here. So let's see if Blue Rep can get even more from that exchange here with the Diana leaning towards the dragon.
And we can just see a bigger gold lead for Jules here in the top lane. The platings are about to disappear. Shiza goes for a engage into this Akali, and that's a lot of damage onto Frenzy Fenrir.
Yeah, that actually chunked him for more than half his HP bar, and with basically nothing on Shiza, because Shiza still has his ultimate, and he just walked out with his passive. Shiza here is really leading the charge for Kaz, doing so much for the dance organization in the mid lane with 3 platings down already.
I think Funky just tried to push the wave here. I wonder if... Oh, he got hit by that zap, and he has to rock jump safely. Oh, he gets hit by that Jinx rocket. That's pretty depressing to watch.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate for Kaz there. That's actually going to be a dragon, I think, for Blue Rep because of that misstep. Oh!
Funky had his heal up. I think the Lucian can just dash over this wall.
I guess they're just going to trade objectives here.
I don't think they'll try to
Oh
go
wait,
for
they're
this
not
Herald.
actually going for the Herald. Yeah, but with a Fed Echo trailing behind you, I don't think Blue Rep can take the Mountain Drake anymore.
Frieza tries to put down a parallel convergence. He doesn't try anything here. Diana misses her Q and he goes in to that Akali. He uses his ulti and he gets back to safety.
Yeah, just a bit of a small skirmish in the mid lane here for Cats and Blue Rep, and uh, pretty unfortunate there earlier that Fuwonki and Pile didn't get to block the ultimate of the Jinx, even though Alistar's a pretty beefy guy.
Yeah. But after that ulti and aftershock is gone from that Alistar, he'll also not be tanky. But every engage that Kads would just do, they would just be really tanky. Oh, he goes for a Hex Splash here and engage into Chip Lord. Funky is stuck in that Jinx route.
Oh,
And I
got
overall
stunned.
Trespass goes to that Jinx and Babo secures the kill.
Yeah, this is really the power of an early transformation on the Kane. He's 4 and 1 with a 300 gold bounty.
He
And
does go for that Darken form.
that's just a
Shiza with
free
parallel
turret in the mid
convergence.
lane.
I don't know why
I think he
Friends
can
is
even
trying to-
solo kill him. Shiza's ultimateness though, so it's going to be another kill here for the
He gets an ulti
Diana.
here. Oh, he doesn't have
Oh!
mana, does he? Alright. It was actually down.
Yeah, it was already down, but Shiza was pretty happy to take that trade, getting the mid lane turret and first tower for Cats. Followed by another tower down bot lane, so Cats here has been able to extend their gold lead in the mid and bottom half of the map. They probably just already resigned top lane since it's a Jarvan versus Lucian anyway. So that's very smart of Cats to do.
It's pretty fun to see two junglers having 4 kills apiece here, and a Jinx Rocket trying to steal that Drake. Bebo secures that Dragon for Cads, and they try to chase Chip Lord here, but to no avail.
Alright, so both teams actually with fed junglers on both sides. Diana having a 20 farm gold lead advantage here against the Kayn because of the early attempts of the Kayn to gank the lanes, which were a failure, but it doesn't matter because he's still fed now.
And I'm still scared for Blue Rep here just because of the lack of engage aside from that fed Diana and Rakan, but they're still pretty squishy, and Shiza and Fawonki can still just melt them down, especially with Bebo a 4-1 Kane right now. If
Yeah,
he
and it's
builds
actually pretty
properly, I think
tanky.
he can just be pretty safe here.
Yeah, and we'll see if Blue Rep's investment in Kang's Lucian is going to be eventful for them because Lucian is pretty much the guy that's stabilizing the gold lead here for Blue Rep with 1,300 up against against the Jarvan. So most of the gold is just concentrated on these two people here.
And as we can see that Echo is just waiting there at the bot side. He is spotted by Blue Rep, and the bot lane Blue Rep bot lane just decides to recall unless
Or are they
trying to
looking
catch
for an
Shiza out.
early?
The parallel convergence comes out. Chip Lord with that grand entrance, and the Jinx just trying to kill Shiza here.
Oh!
That chrono break, and I think they can just kill Shiza here. Bebo, I think.
Oh, this is bad for Blue Rep.
Chip Lord goes down. Frenzy Fender chasing this. A double kill for Funky.
I think they can actually get a tower here, maybe. With
While in the top lane, Lucian's just going to probably try to get this top lane unless he needs to actually respond to this mid lane push by Cad.
oh, they got Diana.
Flag and drag into Diana.
Chain CC?
Just dead here. The Market Cheese goes down. And that's 6
Shut
kills
down
for
for
Funky.
Funky.
Shut down goal of Diana. Goes to the Tristana.
Oh, another jump in by the Jarvan.
That's a double kill for Funky. That Jinx
Oh, wait.
Rocket won't do anything. Oh, and that Jarvan is actually stuck there, and that's a kill. Is that going to the Akali?
Well, I guess that resets the gold value of the Akali here, so that's maybe beneficial for Cad's side.
It's the big brain play that matters.
Yeah, I mean, he could have EQ'd out the side, but why do that when you can reset your gold
And you
and
can see
give more
Kads here,
gold?
Bebo attempting the Herald. I don't think he'll actually go for this, but Shelly's still attacking this Kane. I'd also like to talk about the itemization of this Jarvan. He's actually went for a Bramble Vest from that 2 cloth armors that he had earlier on, and he bought the Sheen, so we're actually going to see a Trinity Force Jarvan here.
That's actually very interesting because this Jarvan's not earning a lot of gold and he's still going for the very costly Triforce. Oh, we see a skirmish.
And Kakwang Bay dodges that Echo W. Bebo secures the
Oh,
Herald for Kads. He misses his W. And I wonder if Fila will try for engage here, but he's stopped by Sergeant Phillips E.
alright, so you can see Blue Rep's actually pretty scared to walk up with the vision line that Kaz has been able to make throughout
She
the
just tries
river.
to go in. Fila with that Q engaged Alistar.
Oh, the
Noah
three-man knockup by the Jarvan!
Cataclysm, and Shiza and Noah actually get kills there. Bebo with that W into the Diana. I think the Diana just caught out. A double kill for Shiza.
A 4 for 0 trade. I think they're just going to look for the end here with the Rift Herald.
And that push is without that Tristana yet. I think they could just end the game here if they play it properly. I don't know if Jules
I don't
can
think Jules can
defend
do
this.
that much against a 5-man stack with Rift Herald.
That's-
Wait,
And that's a
Funky's
full
not
HP
actually
Rift Herald
going
right
with
now.
them.
I think it's actually pretty interesting. But I think they can end this? I'm actually not sure. Do they choose to back off? Do they want to engage? I wonder why Funky
Oh, the
actually
Rift
backed
Herald's
off.
still charged.
That's a lot of damage towards the next turrets. Diana tries to go in. That WQ from Alistar. Diana gets shielded. Healer dies, but she's away that Chrono Break. And Bebo disengages with that Kane W. And that Jinx Rocket misses. The grand entrance from Chiplord.
The teleport from
Out of
Lucian in the
range.
back. But he's going to be seeing a fed Tristana.
And he just dies to Funky at this point. Funky is unstoppable. He's insane. There's actually the quickness from Chiplord. He doesn't
Let's see if
hit
Tristana's gonna
anything.
jump in.
Frenzy Fenrir tries to do something, but no offense dies to Sergeant Phillip. And Sergeant Phillip tries to go at Funky. I think Funky can just kill him in this skirmish right over here. Funky is dominating. Funky go for this Diana right now. And that's a double kill for Funky. I think they can just end the game here.
Yeah, the Rift Herald actually got the charge earlier, so... But they don't want to end the game just yet. They want to have a bit more fun. It's pretty interesting to me how the gold lead is just 5k. But look at Blue Rep's base. It's basically gone.
Yeah, there's only one Nexus turret left standing, and Kaz is actually gonna get an Infernal Drake on top of this. Fila just using that cowbell. I think they just know that they might have just won this game with that really big gold lead. It's 4,300 at this point.
Yeah,
Funky will just go to push this bot lane.
this is really the hard part of having an all squishy lineup because you don't have an engage. And naturally, squishy lineups are really much harder to pull off compared to front to back compositions.
And even if that Lucian actually had a really big lead in the top lane, it's now nothing just because Jarvan can do so much engage with a lot of damage already coming from the mid lane and the bot lane of Cads.
Yeah, his 3-man knockup back in the chickens earlier was actually pretty important for Cads to get that 4 for 0 trade earlier, which led to the 1 Nexus turret advantage for Cads.
I'm just going to see here, Cads trying to push for their lead. They have 4 turrets up. I think they're just trying to fix up the waves. I think they can just get the Baron here and end. Wonder what they will try to do. They could just pick a fight right now and they're just so far ahead and they'll probably win that team fight.
Yeah, especially with a fed Tristana that has like 1k, 1.5k more gold than the most fed member in the enemy team. Yeah, 3 items completed here for the Tristana.
Oh, and
Oh,
the flash from
Alistar
Pele
flashes.
going for Philip. No offense, trying to flag and drag. He gets that onto the Jinx, and I think that Cataclysm is actually overkill, but that's an ADC down from Blue Rep.
They can just actually look towards this Baron, but it looks like Cats doesn't wanna play it too fast. They're just playing the side lanes pretty safely right now with Echo pushing the bot lane with Lichbane, then Alistar and Jarvan the top side.
And Kads here just pushing the side lanes. I like what they're doing here. Shiza has to use the Chrono Break to get the safety. Frenzy Fenrir trying to walk forward up, but I think this is pretty risky. Funky
Oh,
gets shut down
shutdown!
by Captain Bay. And I think they just killed Shiza here. And there was a Zonya's coming from from I wonder who actually got Zonya's there. I didn't get to pick. And no offense, actually DCs. Wait, what is going on? They have to pause here.
Yeah, that was actually a very split play by Cads here. They have a pretty good gold lead and they're more of an engaged team comp, but they chose to do the side lanes with some pretty weird lane assignments. I mean, if you're going to do that, you need someone with wave clear like in the mid lane, but they chose to lead the Tristana who's would be more suited to go with the Alistar than Jarvan's in the mid lane with the assigned to clearing the minions. Alright, so still no update from No Offense on this Jarvan, still not reconnected to the game. So we're just going to wait it out until he comes back.
And I wonder what happened because, as far as to my knowledge, that everyone in CAD is like in tech tight right now,
I see, so maybe I just ran out of load.
out of balance.
Typical.
Like yesterday for Box, Lucifer forgot to load his account.
There was a line, so hopefully this pause doesn't take too long. And actually, let's just mention how Lucian actually got the shutdown on the Tristana, and that's 700 gold additional for the Lucian. So let's see if Jules here can carry his team name and nothing else. Maybe assists here and then, and the Akalis just do 6 and 5, and it looks pretty bad for Blue Rep right now.
I think CAD just has to misplay by a misplay for Blue Rep to even try to get back into this game. They already have an inhibitor down, a Nexus turret down. They'd have to try to create picks just so that they could get back into this game. Especially that Lucian is a mid-game carry compared to that Tristana. But they do have a Jinx, but since the gold is on Lucian right now, he could still try to make plays if once he recalls and tries to buy an item. And I don't know if they can actually make a comeback.
We'll see if what build this Lucian is going to go for in after that juicy bounty. So if he goes for the IE, maybe for more damage, so he can try to carry blue reps a bit harder. But he could also opt for the Phantom Dancer like Funky just did on his Tristana. I mean, cause look at CAD's lineup. They're all just engagers. Like they all just want to go in and go ham and deal as much damage as possible. But if Lucian can survive that onslaught and just out damage the Tristana somehow, which is already hard to begin with, then
It's very
maybe
unlikely.
Blue Rep can come back into this game.
And it's interesting to note how far behind Frenzy Fenrir here is compared to Shiza. That CS differential and a 4 kill difference. He's basically one item down
Yeah,
compared to Shiza.
3,000 gold.
He really can't assassinate anybody at this point, especially with the Kane with the Visage, Tristana with a Phantom Dancer, and this Echo has Chrono Break. I don't think he's going to try to go for that Jarvan or that Alistar. So I think he's basically useless at this point.
Yeah, basically what Akali's for what she fulfills in the teams basically just bait. She just goes in really hard, pop her shroud, then just stall for her team. That's pretty much all she can do for blue rep right now.
And I'll be just checking in here with the CADS people and what happened to their player.
Still no update from our players here, so we'll be waiting for their reply. In other news, summoners, have you all heard that Trick 2G is going to be a baby daddy? That's right, your favorite El Truco's going to be a father soon.
So is that open engaged in a different way?
Um, all right.
I don't think we can do comedy here.
That kind of comedy.
I mean, I think we could just look at the stream here with John Arguiz saying yay, and Patrick Lanuz saying I love you, Jaco Abad. I think this was way before earlier in the game, and Tobias saying time has stopped. Yes, we have a pause right now.
A
Yeah.
summoner has
Oh,
Oh,
and
he's
Jarvan is
finally reconnected.
reconnecting finally.
We can continue with our onslaught. Actually, our stream's gonna be delayed quite a bit depending on how long it takes him to finish this game.
Then we're just going to have to wait until he fully completes his loading here into the game.
It's pretty shocking, honestly, how Shiza's Echo went from like 6-0, and now he has 5 deaths. He just threw his lead. Oh,
It's
they
some.
unpaused the
Oh, and
game?
we're back to the game. Beppo gets that kill into Chip Lord. 700 gold. Wait, that's even more gold going to Jules.
That's 1100 gold. Oh, they're diving Jinx again. And she's
Sergeant
dead.
Phillip just goes down to no offense. Frenzy Fender trying to do something here. No avail. Just tries to clear the wave, and there's a big wave into the mid lane that Diana and Lucian has to catch.
Yeah, and it's really hard for this blue rep team to just get engaged on that hard by Alistar and Jarvan. What a combo by Cats.
And CAD's actually ping the Baron Nashor here, and I think they will go for it before ending the game so that they can push these side lanes more effectively to get a very clean closeout in this game.
Yeah, maybe that's what they should have done in the start. Because now the inhibitors respawn and it's a bit more risky for Cats to just pull off a Baron right now. But then again, they do have a Fed Tristana and Mountain Drake with an Infernal Drake, so we'll see how fast it takes them to take this Baron buff.
And Lucian actually builds a Lord Dominic's regard here with that gold that he picked up from the fight. He knows that he needs to buy an item that could help him in destroying
Oh,
this Jarvan, but Chiplord gets caught out by Pile.
oh,
Beppo
the
gets the kill
TP
into
from the
Chiplord.
Akali. I think they can just kill her too.
She's in an awkward spot right now, but she gets out this get the safety. Jarvan and Shiza right now are just pushing this bot lane turret.
They actually
Nice
have to
power
back
stance
off.
right now.
Oh, Lucian,
Pile,
he stopped the
nice.
backs. But is it going to
He
be
stopped
worth
the
it
back.
here? Oh, it's a 2v3.
And Funky's not
Oh,
kiting,
Funky.
but Funky with a Phantom
Oh!
Dash, he actually goes down to Jules. An inhibitor going down here for Blue Rep. Sergeant Phillip dying to Noah once again.
I think they can just end the game here.
There's Chiplord trying to defend. She's going for the end, destroying that Nexus turret. That parallel convergence going down. Chiplord doesn't get caught.
Let's see if they can take it fast enough because
It's
Lucian's
getting-
back.
Because Lucian is back, and we're going to see if they can actually get the Nexus at this point. No!
Oh!
And
One
that's
hit.
200 HP left in the Nexus. That's pretty intense.
Yeah, with teleport on this Jarvan, so let's see if this guy actually just going to teleport back and end the game for Cads.
And we can see a former challenger AD carry carrying his organization here. 11-3-3 on his Lucian with a 650 gold bounty. I think if he just completes his crit items at this point, he can still carry this game since I don't think Kaz is able to execute Jules at this point.
Yeah, that's so much. Look at the Jarvan's build. We thought he'd be going Triforce, but he actually went Cleaver and Iceborne. A 700 IQ play here by the Jarvan.
That's a Baron take for Kaz right now. I don't think
I
Blue
don't
Rep
think
can
Blue
do
Rep's in a
anything
position to
about
contest.
this.
Yeah, and that's just a free Baron here for Cats with a delayed rocket from the Jinx, so that's not really gonna do much. Bot lane's already shoving, and it looks like Cats wants to push both mid and top here to get both inhibitors before they can cleanly end the game. Alright, so Cad's finishing off the last tower in the game right now. So let's see if Cads can pull off an engage here and end the game. Or is Lucian gonna be able to carry?
Those are just Baroned up minions going to destroy that mid lane inhibitor for Blue Rep.
Yeah, Jinx actually didn't opt to finish a third crit item, which is actually pretty essential for Jinx builds. Oh, the
And Steely with that
3-man knockup!
quickness coming out.
And just like that, Blue Reps is gone! Lucian's the last man standing, but he just gets knocked up and gets screwed over by the entire dive comp, and that's it for Blue Rep. Congratulations, Cads, for the win.
That was a pretty nice fight in early game, but Kaz was just able to destroy more turrets, better macro for them.
Yeah, so basically that wraps up game one of Cads versus Blue Rep, and uh, such a explosive game in the mid game. Very valiant effort from former challenger top laner here, Kang's Lucian, having 4 items and actually having the most gold in the game, but a Lucian alone wasn't enough to hard carry Blue Rep to the victory screen.
And the Lucian actually dealt the most damage in that game with 26,000, with Funky having 22k damage there, but like as you said, that Lucian was not enough to carry Blue Rep. But we're just going to prepare for our next game here as we go on break and to prepare Cads versus Writer Skill right now, the last game of the day. We're going to see the next games after the game later for next week.
Alright, so see you guys in a bit.
end of semester invitational. We have the game, the company of Ateneo dancers versus the Rider Skill pen pals. And we're just gonna go straight into pick and ban here. And Cads is going to ban LG Blink's Darius since Toby LG Blink is known for being a Darius main, and that's an Ezreal ban for Rider Skill. I think they're just banning out Funky right now, knowing that he's the AD carry.
Yeah, very crucial ban here for Cads, the Darius. And the Renekton ban all focused on LG Blink in the top lane here. Let's see
And
if
it's
that actually impends on his champion pool.
it's also interesting to see how No Offense would actually deal with Toby here because last game he was being bullied by the Lucian of Jules.
But to be fair, he was on Jarvan really, and you don't get that much breathing room against a ranged champion. So he did pretty okay considering he played the team fights really, really well.
And Cads actually banned the Lissandra, which is Aqua Jellyfish's signature champion. He mains Lissandra. I'm pretty sure he still has other mages in his arsenal for the mid lane, but we'll just have to see if he'll play with the Malzahar. And I just want to explain that Rider Skill is right now still in the main bracket because they had to play their match against Casina last Thursday, which is unstreamed. We'll be posting the highlights of that later on. And the Aurelion Sol is locked in for Cads, and I think that is going to Shiza.
Yeah, she's as you mentioned earlier, is a Aurelion one soul. Am I correct? So that's actually a pretty good
Yeah, he's an Aurelion
pickup.
Sol one trick. And just this Tristana locked in for Rider Skill Pen Pals. Aatrox being hovered by Toby right now. It's LG Link,
Mordekaiser. Oh,
Mordekaiser,
there it is. There he
and he
locked it in.
he goes for this Aatrox on on the top side of the map.
Yeah, and
I don't
just
see any flexes for that, so this probably blinks as Aatrox at this point.
yeah, and considering how that champion is this year's Victorious Skin receiver, that's actually indicative of how impactful this champion has been. And let's see if LG Blink can put out the same amount of impact on the Rift for Rider Skill this afternoon.
And that's a Jace locked in for no offense. I think this is his main champion after I checked his profile earlier. And I think Jace can actually go toe to toe with Aatrox. Even if he's ranged, Aatrox still has a lot of pressure with his Darkened Blade. And we're just going to see a Thresh locked in here for Poppy Bros.
So let's see if they're actually gonna ban out maybe Morgana to deny CAD to the threat to deny the deny the denial for CADs.
Yes.
Alright, so they're just
That's
really banning out all the AD carries in the game. Four
that's
AD
four
carries so far.
marksmen. Four marksmen banned for Kaz right now.
So
And
you
that's a
can tell
Malzahar ban targeted towards Aqua Jellyfish. He did play that against Casina last Thursday. We will be posting the highlights of that game soon.
when we have the time.
We have the time.
There we go, the Morgana band so that Thresh can just keep piling on those hooks against CADs, and we'll see if it'll be worth it later if Thresh can actually land critical hooks throughout the game.
Yeah, yesterday we saw Comsat Silent World perform really well in Thresh. So we're going to see if Poppy Bros can do something similar at this point.
Oh,
And I thought Funky would
Blitzcrank.
actually miss a ban there, and that's a Blitzcrank ban.
Yeah, I think that's probably just a misclick
That's
already.
probably a panic ban right there, since the
That's
Thresh
true.
was already up for Rider Skill Pen Pals, and Aqua Jellyfish going to try to pick his mid laner here, or he could opt to get the counter pick later on, and they're just missing a jungler and a mid laner right now, and he picks the
Annie!
Annie.
Annie against Aurelion Sol? That looks pretty tough, man, because Annie's
So
range is pretty small.
it's actually pretty long now. Remember, they reverted it back to 600, if I remember correctly.
Oh, really?
But we haven't seen Aurelion Sol in a while, especially after the rework. And that's a Talon locked
Talon.
in for
Wait,
Cads, and I wonder where this is going. Wait a minute.
is that Talon jungle?
It might just be Talon jungle and
Or is that
Gragas
Aurelion
support.
is that Aurelion bot lane?
I
We'll have to see.
I'm very curious as to how this draft is going right now. I'm just going to see what Pele will lock in here for Cads.
Anivia?
And that's an
What's
Anivia pick
happening?
for Cads. And they don't have a traditional AD carry right now. I wonder who's going bot lane.
That's going to be hard for Cads in the mid to late game to end out the game if they don't really have a gigantic lead on them. But then again, Aurelion Soul Aurelion Soul Anivia is actually so good in
And
clearing waves.
A Jarvan picked up there for Rider Skill Pen Pals. Just going through this team calls for both sides. I think Rider Skill Pen Pals actually have a lot of engage. Knowing that Aqua Jellyfish can just flash Tibbers people with that Jarvan flag and drag and that Cataclysm, and Aatrox can just follow up being the raid boss that he is. But going back into Kaz's after they've swapped, I think this is Talon. I mean, this is Funky on Talon in the mid lane,
Is
and
this
that might
Talon
be a bot
Anivia
lane
bot
Aurelion
lane?
Sol.
I think what they're trying to do here is maybe use Anivia's wall so you could E over it.
Huh.
Very
Right, this is
interesting.
interesting.
We'll see if it actually pays off in game. So we'll be in the loading screen soon. We're going to be waiting for the spectator delay once again. So let's just talk about how their compositions are going to work out on the Rift. So what do you think is going to be Rider Skill's win condition here?
Win condition here is that if the Aatrox gets ahead versus that Jace, it'd be pretty hard for him to get killed by whatever Cads has just because he don't have a traditional AD carry. But there is a lot of disruptions coming from Cad's side. The Gragas cask, the Anivia wall, and I think it might be pretty hard for Rider Skill to engage, considering that they do have an Anivia and Gragas.
And an
But we're
ASOL.
actually, yeah, but we're just going to have to see if this is a bot lane Aurelion Sol. We're not going to see as much roams.
Actually, yeah, because he went heal.
Yeah, so
And
this looks
double
like a
ignite.
bot lane Aurelion Sol, and this is Funky's Talon versus Aqua Jellyfish's Annie.
It's going to be pretty hard. Because right, Cads has the responsibility to get ahead early, or they're just going to get outscaled by this Tristana and the Writer skill lineup, which is a way better front to back team fighting comp.
And we're just going to wait for the spectator delay here. And I'm getting word that I think one of Kaz's computers just crashed, and we're going to have to wait until they resolve it in case that we go into a pause, and the start of the game once it loads.
That's correct. That's correct. So just a minute from now, we'll almost be on the Rift, and yep, more technical difficulties are popping up. A writer
And
skills
apparently,
AD carry.
and we can actually hear that client actually the leave lobby sound. We're just going to have to wait. And while we wait for this game to start, check out the Campus Esports Development Organization's event called Nexus. It's an esports expo celebrating collegiate esports at the FEU IT Gymnasium in Moraita. If anyone is interested in going, contact our page LG Esports and we can provide a discount code for you.
Yeah, and while you guys are at it, don't forget to like the page, like and support LG Esports, Sedo, the Loyola Video Game League, and support collegiate esports, everybody. We're a growing industry, and hopefully soon, uh, Philippine collegiate esports gonna take off.
Yes, we just need all that support.
That's true, that's true. All right, so how much longer do we have to wait? I just want to see these teams fight it out on the Rift.
I'm so curious about this CAD's team comp right now. I wonder what Ryder skill is going to do against it.
Yeah,
I just hope it
considering
actually pays off because you don't see an Aurelion Sol bottom lane ever.
that often, or is this going to be another Dwinby?
And then you're going to
Strategy.
be pick up. Are you sure? And that's
The ASOS is gonna keep roaming. Alright, so based on the runes, yep, they're really going hard for the early here, with Asol and Talon both having Electrocute. Then Anivia has Arcane Comet to augment her damage early on. So let's see if Cads here can grow an early lead for themselves against Rider skills. Alright, so we have heard of information that one of the players will just change PCs. So
yep.
your patience is very much well appreciated. It'll be on, it'll happen very soon. Very soon.
It's just interesting to see that there's an Aurelion Sol and Anivia in this game. They could literally just try to clear waves once they get to level 6. Well, Aurelion Sol can do that early, but Anivia, once she gets to level 6, she can just clear the waves in the mid lane. But I, she can't do that right now because she's in support, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix the lane assignments here, but I'm not even sure who's going where.
It's okay. You can just pull an LCK, Julie, and we'll probably figure that out on the way. If anybody remembers that game where where Faker was in Darius and the even the spectator for LCK didn't know where to put him.
Alright, so we're already in game but still paused, so we'll have to wait for that.
We can
Uh,
see some playful banter here from Cadsbury and Ryder skill from the mid laners. Aqua Jellyfish calling out Funky for having no honor since his Lissandra got banned.
but I guess you gotta do what you gotta do in competitive.
How about you talk about the matchup of Gragas and Jarvan?
Right, so Gragas here with the early Predator. Once he hits level 3 and recalls, maybe he's gonna take entire side of the map. He can do a gank with Predator, but Jarvan can do a way earlier gank than that. So if Jarvan gets the first pounce on the lanes, then that might be pretty hard for Cads to recover from, because as I said, their comp is so reliant on them getting ahead early. Because if you look at this team, they don't take Baron that easily.
They really don't have an AD carry, so this would be pretty hard if it ever gets to that stage of the game.
No, no, no. They do have an AD carry. They have two AD carries here. You have Jace and Talon. They're AD, right?
Okay, but that's all right. I get that you're memeing, but even if theoretically if the Anivia was a strong carry, they could just uh destroy that Baron with the ultimate, but it's not enough at this point because probably Pele is on support Anivia right now.
Yeah, it's definitely true. The Anivia here is not going to build that much damage. So let's see if maybe she'd want to build Roa early on, or go for a more, or if she's going to go tier actually. We have yet to see how this Anivia is gonna build. Alright, it's been quite a while and still no update.
Yeah, we're just going to double check what is going on. Password change. Apparently, there's some issues with Rider skill account. I think we could try to pause the stream first and see if we can resolve these issues.
Alright. So while we're waiting, we'll just head you guys to our uh, waiting, our countdown screen. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, there. All right. My apologies, Ken.
Yeah, there was no sound. Good thing our viewers catch that. Thank you so much to Therese and Jake Cyrus on the chat, and we're going to see, I think, a trade of buffs. Oh, and actually, Rider Skill Pen Pals will actually try to get Kaz's blue buff here for Anarchy, and I think this will be a vertical jungle. Kansas Jays catches Aqua Jellyfish
Oh,
here. Anarchy with a flag and drag, he misses. No offense, hits
that's
that shock blast, and you hammer Q
wow. He's
onto
really
the
just getting
Annie.
to do that.
And Funky tries to
Oh,
roam, but oh! And that flash from Aqua Jellyfish, a flash of no offense, and I think they can just kill the Jace here. The Talon is trying to go there, but he's just at level 1.
such an aggressive early game here from this Jace, just knowing his limits here and pushing as much as possible to get those Kleptomancy stacks. Flash for flash in the mid lane, so that's going to be way easier for the Talon to get some kills. But let's look at what Blink can do to this flashless Jace.
There's a stun there into Fwonki.
Oh,
Aqua Jellyfish gets electrocuted,
he's
dropped
dead!
into Aqua Jellyfish, and Fwonki gets the first blood against Rider Skill Pen Pals. And that's the first blood going to Talon. He
Yeah,
just
and
get a lot
look at how much
early
farm
advantage here.
this Annie is going to lose right here.
And she doesn't even have teleport.
Yeah, because she burned it going to lane, so
And
that's...
she's this Aurelion Sol gets exhausted, trying to go for this Tristana. Why so serious? Flashes and
She got
Pile
baited by the
kills
egg.
Tristana.
Yeah, I think their bot lane here just forgot that Anivia actually has an egg passive, so really unfortunate. And as I mentioned earlier, the early game win condition here for Cats is starting to roll off pretty nicely.
And even with the 2 kills advantage of Cads, we can see the Jace here for no offense. He's actually significantly far behind because of that shenanigans happening in Blue Side River earlier.
6 to 18 farm, that's very unfortunate here for that Jace, but let's just hope he can run it back and take farm since the wave did crash at this tower.
We can see the dragon and a and a Cryo Phoenix here trying to roam into their river. They push their wave pretty nicely. I think that's the power of Aurelion Sol with the minion dematerializer. And we can see here, no offense actually opts to go for a corrupting potion to sustain against this lane, against the Aatrox.
Yeah, and so far it looks pretty good for CAD so far. Let's see if this Gragas can pull off a cheeky gank in the bot lane. There's the wall, but
And
Tristana
that
just
rocket jump from
jumps.
Why So Serious and that star from Aurelion Sol doesn't really
Oh.
get to catch anything.
Ooh.
Fwonki catches Anarchy there, the Flag and Drag is used by that Jarvan.
Oh, is he gonna miss the cannon? Oh, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't. Alright, so Toby didn't focus trading stance properly, but that's okay. And the hook lands onto Shiza right now.
Oh, they're diving
Why
in.
So Serious goes in this Aurelion Sol.
Yeah, 24 to 6 farm. It's basically a similar outlook here from mid to top because of that trade that No Offense took earlier in the game.
And Shiza and Pile actually got the plating there. And
Oh, is that a
Blink
solo
is about
kill?
to throw that onto this Jace. Blink flashes and he gets that kill onto the Jace. And the
Yeah,
stun here from Aqua Jellyfish.
that's
Not
pretty
much is
hard
happen.
for Jace right now because he doesn't have flash. So
And Funky is actually 12 CS up right now. Oh, sorry, 20. I cannot do math. It's 18 CS up against
yeah,
this Annie right now.
18 to 26 farm, not bad. But we'll see if the Aatrox can actually put more pressure on the map because Talon's pretty well known for his roaming potential. Is he gonna get caught out here by the Thresh and Tristana roaming to the mid side? And they just back off.
That was a valiant effort trying. The Rider Skill Pen Pals trying to roam into their mid lane to get a lead, but as you can see that Aurelion Sol and Anivia just trying to push down their
The
wave.
wave really fast. They're actually going to miss 2 waves worth of minions here. A cannon wave actually that's going to be disastrous for uh Writer's skill to miss
And
farm
the
this earlier
flash
on.
E from Bebo onto this Aatrox. I think Toby's just dead here. No offense, gets the kill onto this Aatrox.
And
But
that's gonna give him some time to breathe.
and there's already 3 platings down. And the Rider skills bot lane turret.
Yeah, despite having Tristana, who's actually known for being a good pusher, uh, Aurelion Sol and Anivia's wave clear is just too much for the bot lane to handle.
And it's just so fun to watch. You have an Aurelion Sol main in the bot lane, just pushing that wave, getting the platings, and there's not much retaliation that Rider skill pen pals are doing right now. But we'll just have to see later on in the late game where Tristana can shine with items compared to this Aurelion Sol.
Yeah, and if you look at their itemization here, it looks like this bot lane is just going to opt for the scaling option here with the Catalyst of Aeons and Tear of the Goddess on both the bot laners. So they're opting for just going to keep pushing their lane, maybe put some vision down in the river and get those playthings.
And we're just going to wait and see. We can see that No Offense goes for an Executioner's Calling against this Aatrox. Aqua Jellyfish
That's
opting for double cloth armor right now against this Talon. He's just really scared against Funky right now.
pretty smart though of Rider skill to just go as a 3-man to secure vision for the team. Oh, are they gonna get caught out here?
And I think Rider Skill Pen Pals are just going for a gang right here. A flash from Poppy Bros, a flag and drag from Anarchy. Melee needs to flash and that Star Surge hits the Jarvan. She's that's a pretty sad dragon and that
The turnaround,
and a turnaround. She's gets that kill.
beautiful
Onto that Tristana. The
counter
ultimate
gank
from
by
Dragon.
Bebo
Melee
here.
gets the kill with that Jarvan.
Oh, one more. Oh, that's actually
Star
gonna be a
Surge
kill.
hits into Thresh and I think she's just dead here. Good job, Poppy Bros.
Yeah, that's actually very unfortunate. That was a very valiant effort from Rider skill, but it gets turned around with a great counter gank from Bebo. Oh, let's look at the top lane. LG Blink wants this.
And Blink gets to hit the second part with Darkened Blade. His chains misses and he just gets the Jace out of the lane.
And that's another plaything for the Anivia this time.
And that's 2 kills going to the Anivia. Even if that Anivia is on the support role right now, you could pretty much build an AP item at this point and it wouldn't really negatively impact on the speed and how he can actually build it.
If you look at the gold difference right now, the Aatrox was actually such a big lead the top lane. Oh wait.
And we see Funky going for a gank here against LG Blink. No offense, flashes and the ultimate from Funky comes out.
It's not
Blink,
enough.
oh, and no offense, so that shock blast onto Blink, and that's a dead Aatrox.
Didn't even need to use Ignite on the side of Funky here. Confident of his damage output against that Aatrox.
And that's 2 kills onto this Jace, and their gold of the top lane, and the top laners are now dead even.
Yeah,
And with a
from that.
Kleptomancy
Oh,
of the
right,
Jace,
right.
he got 265 gold already, so that's a lot of slice sacks. That's pretty good for him.
Oh, Tristana's looking. They're gonna ward.
And Bebo, spotted by that ward, they're just going to clear this.
I
ward
think they're
at
just
this
gonna go
point.
for Dragon here because they saw that the Jarvan was topside.
The Dragon take for Cats is still actually decent even without a traditional AD carry. Gragas can basically get that since he does have a jungle item.
Oh, are they gonna get collapsed on here?
Funky might just get collapsed on right here. Bebo backing up his mid laner and
Oh, that's a double.
oh, and then flag and drag and then Cataclysm coming out from Anarchy. Aqua Jellyfish gets the kill into Bebo. That W from Aurelion Sol, that ultimate, and Aqua Jellyfish forced the Zonias, and I think that's just a double kill to going to Pile.
Yeah, very well played there from Cads to really come together as a team, even though they were the ones who were getting piled on there. The Aurelion Sol and the Anivia combination really puts out so much crowd control for Cads here.
And we can see a teleport coming out from Aqua Jellyfish here, and you just have to def this. Funky's really low. That's what another plating going to them, and there's a total of how many places is that? That's like 7. That's 7. 7
Seven
platings on
platings on the side
Cads.
of Cads. And yeah, the Jace Executioner's calling is actually lowering this Aatrox's effectiveness in lane. As you can see, he's not as healthy as he was earlier before he got that Executioner's.
It's actually pretty sad because the Roa is completed for this Aurelion Sol, and you see the counterpart for the bot lane. Why so serious? Only has a cloak of agility. That's
Oh
just
god, that's so
they just
sad.
can't duel Cads right now.
Yeah, and the tier on the Anivia is still stacking too, and he actually has the most gold in the team, so that's very interesting to note. Oh,
And no offense, tries to go in.
Blink
LG
here,
Blink.
forced to use
Blink
his
Blink
ultimate.
is trying to kill. And the
Oh!
Dark Blade in the flash and a shutdown. Gold going to Blink. Nice solo kill.
Oh, Gragas versus Jarvan here. Okay, they just
And
back
Bebo
out.
can just get out safely. And I think Toby will just actually get platings here in the top side of the map. That's the first
Finally
plating that
secure.
Rider Skills actually get here.
Yeah, and Toby here really doing so well for Rider Skill, getting a 400 gold lead for, I mean 800 gold lead against his lane opponent, but is it going to be enough to like equalize his 3.5k gold lead right now that that Cads has on
I
the
think
bot
Kaz,
side of the
I
map?
think Kaz is going for a dive here. We can see pings coming down from Funky. Might just try to dive here and siege this bot lane turret.
Oh,
And
he's
Funky
just
tries
dead.
to go for Poppy Bros right now. That aftershock proc, an exhaust down to that Talon.
He's dead.
Talon gets that kill into the thresh. Why so serious? Jumps into Funky. Funky goes down.
Oh, the TP's out.
And a cataclysm
Aatrox.
from Anarchy. LG Blink
Oh!
tries to kill that voice of light coming for that Aurelion Sol. Heal comes down. And I think they just caught this Aurelion Sol.
Oh!
This will be a kill going to
Oh,
Rider
this
Skill.
Aurelion
Oh, and
Sol!
a double kill coming from Shiza. And Toby just shuts down that dragon. Aqua Jellyfish solo kills Bebo in the mid lane. There's just so much action going on here.
Yeah, but the Jace here, is he going for a Triforce?
And I think this is another Trinity Force here. I think, no offense, his favorite item is Triforce. He tried to buy it on his Jarvan, and he's going for it on his Jace.
Yeah, I mean, he gets about 2 platings there, lowers the gold lead to about 600. The Thresh here is actually looking for a play on the top side, just waiting for someone to back him up.
I
Oh,
think that gold.
Talon,
Oh, and Wonky is just gonna go for Aqua Jellyfish, and
and he's dead.
oh, and he's dead. And then ignites Sayonara. Funky says to Aqua Jellyfish.
Oh, Thresh with the Lantern. Let's see if they can catch out the Jace here. Action in the bot lane.
I can see Blink here trying to catch Mila, and then Chain is going to catch him again. But this Aurelion Sol, this Aatrox just being guided
But
out.
he has an egg.
He will proc the egg, but see the Darkened Blade trying to heal. Bebo is here. They just kill LG Blink, and that's a pretty questionable play from Blink right there.
Yeah, really going too hard.
The Lantern goes out, the hook goes down to no offense. Why so serious? Tries to kill him, and that's a kill going to this Tristana.
Yeah, he could have just actually flashed the hook there, but he didn't want to. He didn't respect the amount of damage that this Tristana could pull out, just because he doesn't even have a completed item yet.
And blue team has slain the dragon. That's an Infernal Drake going to Cads, and the dragon actually kills him. Another dragon, a Star Dragon.
Is there a buff for that? Is that an extra buff for killing
Dude,
another dragon?
That's for Shyvana.
Ah, they should. It's not fair. Equality, my dudes. Equality.
Just because you're challenger in TFT, there's no buffs here.
Ah, unfortunate. Oh, let's see. Jarvan looks like he's looking for a play, but they're too scared. Oh,
And this
Gragas.
almost 5k gold lead, and Bebo tries to
Oh,
hit a cask on it. Oh, and he misses his E, and Funky
very
catches this ward.
interesting.
We're going to see Jace trying to defend Kaz's mid lane, but I think Kaz can just decide to get this turret on the
Yeah,
top
look at
side.
the amount of wave clear that this team has to offer. So much
Oh,
wave clear from Anivia alone. Oh, they're
and that's
getting.
Flag and Drag, and then Beppo. And I don't know what's going on. That Voice of Light that damages people.
Oh, let's see if this Aatrox can pull out a bit more. Oh, the
That,
Jace.
that Star Surge. Aqua Jellyfish with that Flash Timbers. I guess shut down on the File. And I don't
That's a
think
set
Raider Skill
400
10,000 trying to
gold.
go for more unless LG Blink trying to go for a Darken Blade onto that Dragon.
Such a close fight there for Cads, but ultimately Rider's Kill comes out on top there. Oh wait, unless... Yeah, that's
She's actually
basically
gets a kill
equalizes
onto
the
that
fight.
Annie. LG Blink defending his 80 carry. And
Oh,
that's a
that damage with the Triforce!
kills. Oh, and I think Blink just gets the Jace here.
1-for-1 trade.
I don't know what's going on there, but at least Cad's got that outer turret that opens up that side of the map. The Rift Herald at this point, if they choose to get it, is less effective. It's just there for map pressure just because the planings are down.
That's definitely true, and with Funky just taking down the mid turret here, they just cleared all of the first defense that Rider's Kill have, and now Cads can actually roam a bit more and set up their vision in the river against Rider's Kill. So let's see if they can pull out some picks here and extend their gold lead in the mid game.
And with this 4K gold lead of Cads, let's just see, like as you said, if they can extend it. And they are going for this Rift Herald right now. They are spotted right now, but Funky is just waiting for the Rider Skill pen pals to try and engage on this Herald. Poppy Bro's hook misses.
It's actually taking quite a while for them to take this, and
And that poke coming out from no offense. There's not as much damage from that shock blast just because he opted for that Trinity Force.
that's true. He
And another
did go
hook
for the
misses.
mid-game build, the Bruiser Jace build, as compared to the lethality-oriented Jace.
It's pretty sad to see an Annie here with a lone Zonya's item just to try to counteract that Talon damage, and she doesn't even have Ludens or anything for damaging, and she's just there like a stun bot right now. Flag goes down for Anarchy. I don't know if he actually tried to go for an engage.
Ooh,
A
that
nice shock
damage.
blast going to that 80 carry. It's not as much, but that is still a lot. But compared to having a lethality item, I'm still not a fan of this Trinity Force Jace unless he decides to split push, which he is not doing now. Kaz's side waves are actually pushing in their favor.
Yeah,
We'll see if Rider Skill tries to go for an engage here.
Yeah, 50 farm lead on Jace versus Aatrox. That's pretty poor on the side of no offense here, but somehow with the Kleptomancy, he's still holding on with his random item spree. Oh, let's see if Funky can
Funky
actually
tries to go for
pull
this Aqua Jellyfish right now, and he dies, and Zonya's putting in the work. No offense, goes to this Jace, and goes to this Annie. And dead.
Oh.
Annie and the Dragon. And there's a shutdown going to Anarchy, a double kill for
But
no
look at the
offense.
Aatrox.
LG Blake trying to salvage the fight. Gets that kill. He gets a reset onto his ultimate, and I think he can just kill the Chase here. And a double kill for LG Blake. Feel is the one left alive, and I think he can just close out. That didn't do anything for the gold, but that just stopped from the inner turret being destroyed by Cad.
Yeah, and actually Infernal Drake is spawning right now, so let's see if this Jarvan can actually take that objective for his team. I think he's falling really, really low, but let's see if the Talon can actually follow with his Moby boots and maybe hopefully try to kill the Jarvan.
They were pinging that Infernal Drake, and let's see if Kads will try to do anything. Funky jumps over the wall, and he gets caught by that chain, and he just jumps back again. And that's
Actually
another
wastes his
Infernal
flash
Drake.
there.
Yeah. That's an Infernal Drake going to Rider Skill, and at least they don't... Kads doesn't get a double Infernal here.
Yeah, that would have been pretty unfortunate to see on a Aurelion Soul and an Anivia.
I think there's only a 4K, approximately a 4K gold lead until now for Kads.
despite the kills actually being kind of even.
The gold is pretty much funneled right now onto that Aatrox, and we'll see if Toby, LG Blink, can carry his team here.
Yeah, like if it weren't for this Aatrox right now, Cads would be like 5k gold ahead. But this Aatrox is single-handedly carrying his team. Maybe until the Tristana can start putting out some hits.
And
There's a hook.
and a hook going on to Bebo, and Bebo gets caught out. Why So Serious gets the kill, but Pile's ultimate. Oh, and he gets that 80 carry. Zonia's for Pile. Anarchy getting chunked by that Aurelion Soul W, and I think he gets an egg. That Anivia.
The Jace, on the other hand, has been just pushing the bot lane. Let's see if Talon can actually do something and catch the Aatrox.
That Trinity Force doing some work. At least he got an inner turret.
Oh,
Poppy
it
Bros
looks like he's just gonna
work. Yeah, he's just gonna go for an
execute
execute
himself. Get a bit of gold.
Kind of okay. That's 2 people down for each side right now. I think Kaz recognizes that they cannot do the Baron as fast as they could. I'm actually
Because
not
they
sure
don't
how
have a
much the
mountain.
Anivia damage has. Yeah. Don't have a standard 80 carry here.
Maybe if they manage to get the Mountain Drake later on, but for now it looks pretty hard unless they really get like a 5-man ace.
And
Yeah,
there are
look at,
no objectives up right now.
yeah, they're just going to establish their vision around the map here. And let's take a look at what Annie's building here with the large rod. Is he just gonna go
Might be a Spellbinder.
Just for
Yeah,
the
and I'm actually
efficiency?
questioning the Jarvan pick up here with the Spirit Visage, just because that Adaptive Helm could significantly lower the damage that Aurelion Sol and Anivia has with Aurelion Sol Stars and Anivia's Ultimate. But he also has Spirit Visage, and there's really no way that he can get healing from anything.
Yeah, I mean he has Conquer. I mean he doesn't even have Conquer. So did he go Triumph maybe?
What I'd like to see from Kazi is trying to fix their side lanes after getting this mid wave. And
Oh,
Bookie
that's a
gets
hook.
caught, that flag and drag from Anarchy, and Bookie just gets executed there. The Cataclysm goes down, and Bebo is caught. Backline of Kaz trying to do some work, but there's not much that they can do. Aqua
Oh.
Jellyfish gets executed by that Voice of Light from Shiza.
Yeah, that's a very unfortunate pick off there on Cad's side with the Talon, who was actually pretty fed. Oh, they're looking to start the Baron here without the Gragas on the map. But is that really a smart move considering how much damage that...
Oh,
Oh,
and they turn, and really have to use a Zonya as a sorcerer to stun a few members of Kaz, and I think they just killed Anivia here. No offense, trying to salvage the fight. Why So Serious jumps in, and No Offense gets to kill that Jarvan, but Why So Serious shuts down No Offense, and that's 150 gold extra on top of that kill gold going
Yeah.
to Why So Serious.
this Tristana is starting to get a bit of gold for herself. Only 600 gold behind the Aurelion Soul now. So if this game gets even way longer, then we can definitely see Rider Skill going for a comeback like the way Box did yesterday.
And Kaz just can't keep getting caught out like this. But you saw, like you mentioned yesterday, Comsat was way ahead of Box, but they just threw their lead. I wonder if that's going to happen to Kaz right now, with Rider Skill just playing well and picking their fights really wisely.
Yeah, especially when Aatrox finishes his Maw of Mortius, it's going to be so hard for them to kill that beefy frontline damage bruiser on Aatrox, the World Ender.
And so you can see that Essence Reaver completed here for the Jays. He really didn't go for the lethality items, but he at least has 40% CDR. I'm still not a fan of this build, but he was able to push the sideways with it. So I think it's just worked out well for them.
Maybe just personally fits his playstyle.
Yep, most likely, and I'm actually curious on how much Klepto gold he has, because his items are pretty expensive. He actually has 510 gold. Take it for that Klepto. Oh, and Poppy Bros misses that hook on Thresh.
Yeah, what Cats wants to do right now, just shove their lanes and maybe hope to out-rotate Rider skill, but oh, the Thresh is walking up. He went for the hook, misses, and that's actually a pretty good cooldown burn there on the side of Rider skill, and it was basically free.
Let's have to check here. Oh, and that shock blast goes out. Not get anything. I think Cads will just try to go for this Windrake.
And they can take it pretty fast too with Anivia. Oh, the hook narrowly misses yet again.
And that's a Windrake going to Cads, and I think that's really valuable considering that they do have a talent and Aurelion Sol in their team.
That's definitely true. And the hard thing about this comp that Kaz has is they don't actually have a frontliner.
Yeah, and we can see here Rider Skill Pen Pals trying to walk up and try to get this outer
Oh,
turret.
another hook.
And hook goes to
Oh, what a massive barrel from...
Voice of Line, shut down into that Tristana. LG Blake trying to salvage this fight. He gets that double kill and a triple kill for this Aatrox. LG Blake going insane.
Oh, there's an
And
egg.
that's an egg
Jay
for
should have
this
helped.
Nivea. I think this is a quadra kill going to Blink. And I wonder if he can get the Penta to no offense, but Aqua Jellyfish sacrifices his life, but LG Blink decides to be a team player, taking another turret for Rider Skill Pen Pals.
What a massive team fight there from Rider Skill. That was such a bad another pick from Cads. The Gragas just gets hooked again, and although he did do a massive barrel and pulled in the rest of Rider Skill, the Aatrox was just able to wreak havoc on the entire team.
And I wonder if No Offense will try to go for this fight. I think he's pretty much scared of this Aatrox right now, which is really huge. 13, 3, and 2. They actually both have the bounties on their respective teams.
But to be fair, this Aatrox actually didn't build any armor item. So if the Jace gets to just hit on him, and the Talon too, he actually will go down relatively fast.
What I want to see Toby build here is a Guardian Angel, because he's just massively huge, massively strong right now. Just to see that if he tries to go in and tries to be that raid boss for Rider Skill, he can pretty much win the team fight again for them.
Yeah, he can pretty much win those team fights single-handedly if he gets on the Anivia and the Asol. So we'll see if Cads can kite back right on time to deny this Aatrox the entrance he wants to the team fights.
And I think I want to commend the Thresh here for a second, because he was able to catch people when it mattered, and it actually turned these team fights to where Blink is actually enabled to do a lot of these fights, even if the team fight space is pretty small pretty, pretty clumped, just because of that Anivia wall and the Aurelion Sol stars that they need to dodge. And you can see here, Funky might just be caught here. That nice tip from Aqua Jellyfish, and then Aftershock procced into Poppy Bros, and he just gets that kill into Funky.
Okay.
Once you just jumping at
Oh my god, that damage!
With a nice ultimate, that Voice of Light coming out from that Aurelion Sol. Aqua Jellyfish needed to Zone, just he dies right there. Star Surge again on this Tristana, and I think this Whistle Series is just dead there with that Anivia.
I
Sophie
think
is
they
left
can
alive,
just
tries to salvage this fight. He's pretty tanky right now with all those MR items, and the Star Surge hits, and Shizo, and the shutdown goes to this Anivia.
Is this finally Baron for them? No?
And I think they can actually do it just because both of their mages have blue buff right now, but I think they'll just opt for that turret right now.
Yeah, Jarvan's actually spawning in like 5 seconds, so let's see if they actually opt to push one more. They're actually going for it. It's a very risky play here by Kaz if they get hooked by the Thresh.
I think they'll be fine.
Jarvan also has GA, so he can... Oh!
And then Flag and Drag onto
There it
on the
is!
go offense, a Cataclysm to Shiza, and they just get caught out here. That shutdown gold of that dragon going to Aqua Jellyfish, and they're trying to hunt for Feel.
Oh,
Things go
this
down
guy's
to that
dead.
Baron, and Feel catches Aqua Jellyfish down. He is on a rampage at Rider Skill. I don't think they can do this Baron at this point, just because there is Bebo up and alive, Fawonki now alive.
Yeah, the support Anivia here popping off really hard for Kaz, and he's basically not a support anymore. Like, just look at how much gold this guy has. He literally has more gold than the Aurelion Soul.
He has 27 kills out of the 35. That's a 77% kill participation. This Fila is just insane in this Anivia.
Yeah, the skill expression on these two champions are really showing right now with the Anivia and the Asol, but sadly, Funky has been underperforming this game as he's been getting caught very early on in these fights and he can't even uh, get out and pull out as much damage as he needs to do on a fed Talon. Like, he already has 3 lethality items, but if you look back at these team fights, he's not putting out that much damage.
I think at this point, I think Funky's job is to just at least try to chunk one of the Riders Guild pen pal members. Oh, and I think Anarchy might just be caught out
Oh,
here. 3 CAD
double
members just
TP.
converging. A double TP coming out for Riders Guild pen pals, and Anarchy survives. And that wall blocks Aqua Jellyfish from trying to have a home guard Tibbers engage.
That's actually so good because no offense on the other side of the map. Honestly, I would rather him push bot lane and pressure
Yeah,
the inhib tower rather than
that's just
getting
basically
dragon.
an open Drake here.
Yeah, but I guess a free dragon is a free dragon.
Red Guild pen pals is clearing the vision around the around the Nasher side of the map.
Yeah, but they can't really force it because if they do force that Baron Nasher, then Asol is just gonna go straight in, and with the reduced MR that these champions have against Baron, then it's going to be so easy to clean shop on Rider skill.
And we will just have to see once this Anivia. Oh, and Fawonki gets caught once again. I think Blink could just kill him right over here, and he actually gets out, and Aqua Jellyfish gets the kill onto Funky.
Yeah, and that's basically the 3rd death in a row for Funky.
Oh, and that
but
wall! And I think Poppy Bro's just dead here. That nice play though, but all the efforts are in vain. Blink tries to salvage the line. Flash from Aqua Jellyfish, and
the
then
Anivia ult.
And Anivia ult still doing a lot of damage. Ball proc onto this Aatrox. He really couldn't do much.
Oh, they're
Anarchy
getting
then
choked.
missed Lag and drag. And a Star Surge
Oh!
hits Stana and... Oh, and I think
This
still
2-man
Anarchy
is
here.
really carrying CAD so hard this game.
This Cad's bottom lane. We're kind of skeptical about it at the very beginning, but they're just doing so much work right now.
Look at
Aurelion
that
Sol
damage.
HP's up. And
Is he gonna time it?
Anarchy.
Oh, he timed it
Yep.
pretty well
And a Star
too.
Surge. And that's an ace for Cad.
Yeah, that's basically an inhibitor right now for Cass. Although they're pretty much behind in farm. I mean, this Jace is behind in farm. It doesn't even matter, and he's just his build honestly just looks like an AD carry right now.
Yeah. And like what I said, there was like no crits. He actually went for this unconventional Trinity Force Essence Reaver build.
Oh,
It's pretty
and that's
much
a dead
doing
thresh.
lot of work. That's a dead thresh. Aftershock proc, that's not gonna do anything. No offense, gets the kill onto Poppy Bros.
Yeah, these players really do not know how to play against this Anivia. I mean, Anivia, oh wow, that Shock Blast
Oh.
deals a significant amount of damage even though this guy is literally going crit and lifesteal.
And the double Leandries for Shiza and Pila. It's actually really fun to see just them getting melting Riders Guild pen pals champions. But I think this is a Baron Nasher going
Yeah.
Cad right now.
Let's see if Anarchy can steal the Baron Asher here. Oh, he's close. Oh no, he was
And a
a
Black and
second
Dragon.
too
He has to
late.
use the flash. And that's one inhibitor turret left for Cads right now. Blink is trying to push this bottom lane, but for Cads to win, all they have to do is push the bottom lane and get the inhibitor and get the super minions right into Rider Skill's base.
Yeah, I'm so disappointed here at the Aurelion Soul because I just saw his inventory and he sold his Darksteel with 10 stacks for a needlessly large fraud.
Why you wanted to see him buy a Magi's here.
Yes, yes,
All
that is
right.
the chat
Can't do
build.
anything about that.
They're 9k, they're almost 10k gold ahead. He should just basically focus on pushing this lead for themselves here 35 minutes into the game.
We can see Funky here with the Talon trying to go to the top side of the map.
Very interesting that ASOL is actually giving away that blue buff to the Anivia.
The Anivia has
The
way more
Anivia
gold.
support.
Maybe it's just their way
Oh,
of doing Frostmancy, and Ico Jellyfish misses that Skimmers.
yeah, and that's basically a pretty decent cooldown on the side of Rider skill here. It looks like all their midway, Cads hasn't been pushing their midwave as effectively, so only bot and top are gonna get pushed right now. Oh, look at this Aatrox just lose more than 70% of his HP just by walking close.
Oh! And I think this is a dead Thresh, and she's exhausted Shiza, but
Oh,
there's not
this
much that
is
they can do.
LG Blink going for the last stand for Rider skill here, but it looks like Funky's actually doing so much damage because these guys don't have armor at all. And
That's the
that's
Nexus
GG.
going down, and that's GG. GG, well played. Congratulations, company of Ateneo dancers.
Alright, so that basically ends the game here uh, for CADS and Rider skill. So what a the most exciting game I think for me in this tournament so far.
Yeah,
Maybe aside from the box and Comsat game, but that was pretty sad to watch seeing the comeback. So uh, this game, seeing the Aurelion Sol and the Anivia just pop off, was actually so entertaining. It's a different way of playing classic League of Legends, but I like it. I like it.
yeah, I think those are their two main champions, and it was really interesting to see that it actually worked out for them. It was so entertaining to watch. She's the Aurelion Sol main, and Felix and Nivea just coming out of the egg here. I don't know what to say, but he had more kills, more gold than their main carries, and I don't think that's a support anymore at this point.
Yeah, basically, the bot lane here just dominated the side of Rider skill with the Anivia and the ASOL. Their wave clear was really just so much, and they were able to pressure and get so many plates in the laning phase, actually. And the risky early game play that No Offense made, burning Annie's flash, allowed the Talon to like roam the map and deal and pressure everyone as much as Talon should do. So that although Toby's Aatrox did so much for the team, let's look at his stats again. He has 15 kills, almost the most gold in the entire game, and did 34k damage, even more than the Anivia, but it just wasn't enough to carry Rider Skill single-handedly. So if you've noticed, Ken, there's actually a trend here, man, that
What's the
uh,
trend?
even though there are star players in these teams, like in the previous one, the Kang's Lucian, and then now you have Toby's Aatrox. In the end, it's teamwork that prevails. Like
That is,
Doinby and Fun Plus Phoenix.
and that is true. Or you could just make the statement that top lane is very useless.
Um, very debatable.
I'm
Cause
just joking. But anyway, after that win by Kaz, they will be heading into the semifinals of the main bracket where they face Box. And that means Rider Skill will be heading onto the losers bracket, and they'll be fighting Maya, if I remember correctly. We will be posting the updated brackets later on in our Facebook page.
all right, so that basically ends our stream for today, and that wraps up day 2 of the end of semester invitational 2019.
Are we good?
All right, so see you guys in the next one. All right, have a
All right.
great weekend, everybody.